Day. So let me first start off with like, share, and subscribe. Join the channel, y'all. You know it's a good thing when you join the channel. You know you get to see this gorgeous face. I'm so silly. You know, you join the channel, you helps me out. You know, you like the channel, helps me out. Just liking it, just clicking that like button when you come in for just a minute, just a second, just click it and click right out if that's all you need to do. If you ain't feeling it anyway, you can just click the like button and keep it pushing. And you can share it just to share it because you may not like it, but your friends or your family members may do. I really appreciate it and thank you in advance. So let's get down to this mess of the mess that we got on this good Tuesday, y'all. And we got first up, that's Tippie Red. You know, Carly Ray, baby daddy. So he ended up coming to his social media to let us know about his drama that he got going on with his baby mama now. Cause he didn't pay for the upcoming baby shower. The whole thing. And she didn't told him, you and your family is not invite y'all uninvited. Don't show up. So he covered his social media like, I ain't no bad dad. I'm doing everything. The baby ain't even here yet. I didn't pay for it, and I can't even come. I said, and she told him, hit my lawyer up. I said, girl, you say hit the lawyer, girl. Hit the lawyer. I said, I'm one of them petty. I said, I'm pettier than petty. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I said, if you do that, boy, I'm petty. I'm real petty. So now, since she said hit that lawyer up, hit that lawyer up. Hit your lawyer up. Get the paperwork all in order. Evidence say I want full custody. On top of that, I want child support too. I said she wanna play these petty games. Let's play them right along with her. I said shoot. Let's do it. Because at the end of the day, y'all passed this. Y'all passed the whole breakup. You and him is past the breakup, Carly. You and him, Carly. Y'all passed the breakup, girl. Y'all passed that. Now y'all got to be co-parents for y'all child. I think is she having a boy or girl? I think it's a girl, if I'm not mistaken. And y'all passed that. Y'all passed that. But you may still be mad because you hormonal, but you need to move on past this. And y'all celebrating y'all baby coming into this world. And if he paid for it, I will show up. Also, I will show up to that baby shower. She can't stop you. You paid for it. You know where it's gonna be. You and your family show up. If it get out of hand, record. Don't do nothing. Don't argue with her. Anything with her family. Record what goes on and keep it pushing. That's what I would do. But y'all tell me how y'all feel in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know. So let's move on past them. Let's move on to Amy Lucci. So Amy Lucci and Dwight Howard called out the engagement, y'all. So they didn't call out the engagement because Amy then discovered he having an affair with men in wigs. I said, girl, everybody in Atlanta know he's having an affair with men in wigs. Hey, everybody in chat, how y'all doing today? Um, Everybody know Dwight Howard have an affair with men in wigs. We ain't new to this. I said, girl, I don't see how you didn't know. You could have called up Carly Red and asked her the 411. You could have actually called up Zell, Saucy Santana, and you should have called up the biggest queen of all of gossip, that is Kirk Frost. He could have told you all the tea. But she didn't found out, and now she didn't call. They both didn't call it off. I think this was a publicity stunt for both of them, in some way, some form, to help out his so-called image. I said, like, you came out. He came out what, a year or two or so ago about his sexuality, and nobody was that really shocked by it. And it's what it is. But girl, good for you. Now go love yourself, cause I don't know. But let's move on past Amy Lucci. Let's move on to Bill Belichick. So he was on a Sunday morning on CBS, if I'm not mistaken. That's the channel he was on. So he do an interview where his 24-year-old girlfriend Jordan Hutchison is with him. So she ended up interrupting the interview as he being interviewed. When they asked him about, he wrote in his memoir that she is his muse. I said, damn. I said, she's 24. But I was like, okay. They asked him how did they meet, and she said we're not answering that because she's sitting off to the side. I'm like, the interview went, you're not answering that. She went, no, we're not answering that. Bill never answered the question. She answered it. I said I found that very weird. Like, huh? Like, he's the celebrity. He's the star. And you're answering for him. I said something ain't right. Something about her and the way that she comes off gives that something's not going. Something ain't right there. Like he need to blink at least 4 or 5 times. Let us know that he's safe, cause he's not. Cause she gives like controlling, and there's something really deep going on. But that's what I'm getting, and that's what I got. Because how did y'all meet? That's all the interviewer asked, and she couldn't. She interrupted that, and so the interview was kind of cut short a little bit. So it was like, if you can't answer that question, then what answers? What the point of this interview? Because you're his muse. You're the person that make his life so interesting and alive, and he's 73 years old. So yeah, suspicious. But let's move past them two crazy people. Let's move on to Bishop TD Jakes. So he ended up stepping down of the leadership role at Porter House. So now he then gave the leadership role over to his daughter. His daughter and his son-in-law is going to be the new leaders of the Porter House. He will still be doing some leadership roles, but he's stepping down. His daughter, I have seen her do some her preaching and everything, and she does a good job. I don't really. I say I don't care for TDJs like that, but good luck with the whole thing. But let's move on to the TDJs. Let's get into Diddy. So Diddy, the fence team said he was too drunk and high. He was too drunk and high to be responsible for the ass assault. That's gonna be one of his defense in this whole mess of a mess. That this his trial coming up next next week, the 5th or the 6th, one of them days. So he's saying that's his excuse of why he can't be responsible for that. I said, so does that explain? That doesn't explain why you did what you did to Cassidy. So I'm a little confused. On top of that, they plan to bring in testimony from a doctor and a Colombian professor. I said that's not gonna explain nothing for me. It's like you did the acts. There's evidence of it, but I want to see how they're gonna get him out of this or try to, cause this is gonna be hard to do. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. But that's all that I got. But there is, oh yeah, I just found out this morning that Mary J. Blige is getting sued by her so-called bestie, who is a mother of one of Diddy's kids. And she's suing her. I don't know what for. I couldn't find the information before I got up here. I have to look back into it and get back to y'all. But I was like, what's she suing her for? Y'all been friends for years. But I said, okay, Mary, cut her off. You don't need it no more. You ain't need it to begin with. But that's it, y'all. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, join the channel. It's your boy Paul. Bye, y'all.